Hello, welcome back to another Sans Fight video on Retangous. So this will be the third video in the series, and I will teach you how to memorize his dialogue cues. So I want to address a few things first. I saw Danny the Manny did a video on this and used Bad Time Simulator. You have worse items, and so it does become harder. I don't usually use items though because I practice this fight a lot. And so, basically, I noticed that he took a lot of damage on that one attack where there are 3 columns of bones, a bunch of bones on the floor, and then a tiny platform. Now, I think in my latest video on this topic, I did suggest to stay on the platform, but now I realize that can be a mistake. You need to stay on the very edge of either the left or the right of the platform. So instead I would recommend hovering over the platform and only jumping when you need to go through a column of bones. And then at the end just jump up because the attack will end before he says, or before you reach the bottom of the floor where the bones are. So then let's go and get into this. So if you've killed him more than 2 times, which I have, or you've dead him more than, 15 times, then he just says ready, you hold up, press enter, and you do his first attack. I've pretty much mastered it though. I do make the fight seem very easy, but I did have a lot of practice using Bad Time Simulator, because you don't have to go through the entire Genocide run of Undertale to get to there. So then he says, what, do you think I'm just gonna stand there and take it because you miss and that's not really something that happens? Then there's the even jump attack, and you attack again, and this guide is oriented on you always attacking, although I will give you a little bit of advice about if you do use 1 item or 2 before you get to the checkpoint where you can heal. Our reports showed a massive anomaly in the time-space continuum. Timelines jumping left and right, stopping and starting, and that is due to the Blue Bones attack, which I still have not mastered, although I did do it perfectly this time, which is strange. When you attack again, and just suddenly, everything ends. That's the cue for the random jump rope attack, which is, in my personal opinion, easier than the even one, because that can get very tedious, and your muscles and your joints just don't want to do that anymore. And so then he says, until suddenly everything ends, and that's the cue for the first platform attack. Can't understand how this feels. And then the second platform attack is a really difficult one. And in my opinion, the second hardest attack is... Oh, I did take a little bit of damage with it. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Only took 7 damage. It's all going to be this up. Now, if the music sounds a little bit weird there, it's because I had to cut because my brother is being a bit of a jerk. So I'm gonna go back in the pit. So then it's all gonna be reset. Or I think it's known that one day it's all gonna be reset. That is the cue for the randomly appearing bones in 3 rows. Look, I gave up trying to go back a long time ago. So yeah, this attack, this is when I was talking about that Danny the Manny didn't do so hot on. So then, attack again, and getting to the surface doesn't really feel anymore either. Then, that is a cue for the randomly appearing death. Once again, because even if you do, you'll just end up right back here, without any memory of it, right? That's the cue for the thin space between the bones, and it's just a repeat, but there's a thin space. To be blunt, it makes it behind the third to give it my all. That's the cue for the spread up even jump rope. Or is that just a poor excuse for being lazy? Hell if I know. And then that is the cue for the tiny circular to avoid. I don't know what to call these. There are fan-made names for all of them, but I don't know all of those names. So if you were watching the video and paying attention, you know what that is. And then seeing what's coming next, I can't afford to not care anymore. And then the keyword next, that's very important because next is the cue for the random and more spread up jump rope attack. And once you attack him that time, triggers that, then once you're done with that, he says, ugh. That being said, you really like spinning that thing around, huh? Oh yeah, also, after the attack you have to fight, and then he says this. Listen, friendship, it's really great, right? Let's quit fighting. And attack him because you don't want to die. Oh, it was worth a shot. Guess you like doing things the hard way, huh? That triggers first random attack. Attack him once again. Sounds strange, but before all this, I was really hoping it would be friends. I always felt that normally doing this was the way you want to act. When they come to run, they would stop all this. As the random spinning gaster blaster. Oh boy, I took a whole bunch of damage there. Not that much, but a significant amount. And maybe all they need was, I don't know, some good food, some bad lives, some nice friends. And his next random attack, which just has a few more included attacks like that one, and the Gaster Blaster shapes, is either going to be cross or X. That's good, right? Yeah, you're the type of person who won't ever be happy. And then he does his first throw you against the bullet box attack. Then after that, it says something, I forgot what it was. They'll keep continuing coming over and over until, oh, hey, take it from me, kid. Someday, down when to quit. Then yeah, he does a sped up version of the previous attack. Here's one thing I never really explained. The bones, the one that appears right around here, and the ones that randomly appear on the bottom, they aren't so random. So what you do is, if you're on fight, which you should normally be, then go over to X at a certain time, then go back to fight, and right as this bone disappears, go to fight and quickly press enter a bunch of times. And that is today. And here's his quick Gaster Blasters that goes slowly. And it's okay, I'm a little bit more damage. I don't know why I'm doing so bad today. Probably because I'm more focused on talking than actually fighting. Because see, all of this fighting is really tiring me out. Then you do tiny circular motion here, which is easier on the Switch. Just moving the arrow keys. And if you watch that maneuver, then yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then he says, and if you keep pushing me, I'll push these my special attack, and then he does another random one. And then this is the last dialogue key before he uses special attack. Yeah, my special attack. So I'm from where? I'll get ready. Because after the next move, I'm ready. It's pretty clear. So if you don't want to see it, now would be a good time to die. And he does probably the third hardest attack in this one. Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna go into this with barely any help. Well, there's nothing. I already survived this mission with special attack. Then he does 4 of these, 3 separate columns of these. This really hard wave bone part. Oh boy, I can't take any damage. I'm probably gonna die on this. Okay. Concentrated. Yep. Well, shoot. I'll get back to you once I actually beat him. Okay, so I'm back to where I was, but just a tad more HP. Oh, here goes nothing. Already spread this and I'll show you my special attack. And then here's basically just a special attack. So this is this part, yeah, that's what usually gets me. Those two little parts. This part is where I died last time, but as you can see, I'm pretty used to not taking damage from it. And that's the end of the fight. Those are all silent. And it doesn't do any more attacks after this, he just waits. Now, I'm not going to put up any more spoiler warnings because you know, well, if you haven't actually heard of this fight or heard of Undertale, you must have been living under a rock for about 4 years, actually. It's made in 2015, I think. And so, that's it. I'll see you all in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, dislike the video if you didn't like it. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions for more videos or improvements for this channel. And try to watch each video to the end. Bye-bye.